Welcome, Indiana High School basketball fans, to Frankton High School for tonight's varsity matchup, and it's a CIC matchup between Oak Hill and Frankton. I am Kyle Mealy. I'm sitting alongside Coach John McLaughlin, Coach Mack we like to call him, and we've got a good one. We've been here already once this year, and they're always great hospitality, but this is going to be a real big battle of the CIC with two really strong teams coming into this one, Coach.
Yeah, you got two teams coming in here that really are, known for their powerhouse basketball programs. You got two really good coaches and two storied programs, and two teams that are off to good starts. So this could be a deciding game and a really important game in the CIC right here already. So anytime you have that, it sets up for a good night of high school basketball.
Got a great crowd in here. The band's rocking. Everything is going well, just like you'd expect here at Frankton and expect with Indiana High School basketball. As Coach mentioned, two great teams coming in here. Let's start talking with the Oak Hill Golden Eagles first. They are 4-0 coming into this one and 1-0 in the conference. And they have about three major threats that you're going to see tonight on the court for the Golden Eagles, starting with number 11, R.J. Shugart. He is averaging 17.8 a game. And then you have the Tonigal brothers. You have both of them, ironically, averaging 14.3. And so you have Will Tonigal and you have Jace Tonigal. Jace Tonigal, the older brother, Will the younger brother. But it's always nice to have three offensive options that are above in double digits like that, right, Coach?
Well, they say in high school basketball that if you have good guards, you can win games. Well, Oak Hill's got three of them, and so they're going to rely heavily on that. Talking to Coach Robson before the game a little bit, he was just talking about how impressed he is with their guards and how much he enjoys watching them when they're not playing them. But it's a tough ask to try to stop three guards. Sometimes it's a tough ask to stop one, but when you have three guards that can score and fill it up like that, okay, we stopped two of them, but one of them still got an open shot in that possession. So it's going to be a handful. One of the things that I think that you'll really be impressed with is the ball pressure that Oak Hill is able to put on. You won't see a whole lot of teams from the guard position that can put pressure on the ball quite like they do.
And you know Coach Rinbarger, and you've known him, and you coached against him, and you've been on the sidelines with him. You know that he is he's really built a good program there. He's got things going in the right direction. Has had that for some time, and you know that Oak Hill's going to bring that physical style and the up in you type of defense. But Frankton, you also know Coach Robson really well, and as we talk about the other Eagles in this game, the Frankton Eagles, we've got several different options, one of them being the coach's son in Ashton Brobson, the freshman who's 6'8". He's averaging 10.6. Ethan Stansberry, a senior, number 2, averaging 12.3. And then you've got Trey Bennett, number 24, the junior, averaging 19.8. Something to look at, Coach, is the fact that Frankton they roll out 6'8" and 6'7" in their starting lineup, and those are two big players. And if you look at the Oak Hill, I believe their largest player might be about 6'4". So I don't know if the height will bother them because they do guard so well, but for Frankton, that might be something you look at is if they try to go inside and try to establish the inside out and get some things. But it's nice to have that height, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, it's great to have it. You got to be able to get it to them, and so that's going to be the key is when your advantage is inside and you have a good post player and can score around the rim, you want to give them the ball as much as possible. Well, how do you negate that? Well, you put a lot of ball pressure on. And if you're going to handle that ball pressure and get the ball inside, then usually good things will happen. If you struggle with the ball pressure and you can't get the ball in there, you don't get a good pass, or it's not where the big guy wanted it, then it's going to be a different ball game. So it's going to be a little bit of a interesting start here, I think, to see which style kind of plays out. Oak Hill would like to get the ball and push it hard in transition. They like to play fast and get the ball down the floor. So if you're Frankton, you want to get the ball inside. So it's going to be a little bit of contrasting styles there too.
It'll be a key, too, to see exactly how. I know we have a good crew tonight. We got to see them as we were able to be down in the hospitality room. And, again, no better hospitality than Frankton. Want to give a shout-out to the administrators and staff here at Frankton for their great hospitality. But we were down there, and we were able to see that there is a good crew tonight on the official side of things. It'll be interesting to see how they handle the pressure and allow them, this team, CIC matchup. CIC, you played in it, I played in it. It's known to be physical, and if the officials will allow that to dictate the game, and if it does, I actually think both teams would probably prefer it to be a little bit more physical, but we'll see how they play it out. Biggest thing to look at is, this is early in the conference, but one team is 0-1, and the other one, I believe, is 1-0, so early in the conference season that this is really a big matchup early on because you're looking at two teams that are typically in the top of the CIC. So going into this one as a coach, this is a huge opportunity for Frankton on their home floor. But for Oak Hill, already at 4-0 and then 1-0 in the conference, you just want to keep that momentum rolling.
One of the hardest things to do as a coach early in the season is in conference play is to let your team know how important these games are, because it seems like it's the end of the season so far away.
Right.
This is just another game. Yeah, it's a conference game, but we're playing. But if you want to win a conference championship and you want to play for it, these are the games that will come back to haunt you if you don't get them. So both teams are going to want to try to pull this off. It's always a lot of pride in getting a conference, championship, but it's also some of these guys, this is the only time they'll get a chance to see each other live, so you're playing for conference honors too.
Yeah.
Some conference awards that may be up as you go into voting for that in the postseason. So anytime you get these two teams together, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be well coached, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially here at Frankton. It's a good atmosphere for high school basketball.
We want to thank American Pest Professionals. They are our pregame sponsor. American Pest Professionals are your pros when it comes to any type of pest control. So reach out to American Pest Professionals for any of your needs when it comes to pest control. Well, we're about 6.5 minutes away from tip here. For Oak Hill, I would say coming in here and getting a win at Frankton, any team, you brought teams in here.
Yeah.
And you were fortunate enough to steal a couple. And anytime you come into a good program like Frankton, Oak Hill being a great program as well, but you come into their court and you get a big win and get a steal one and go back home, it just continues that momentum as you build towards the rest of the season. But as you said, sometimes early in the year you can have your stumbles, you can have your moves, but I think this is a huge opportunity that Oak Hill's looking at is let's steal one here right before the holiday break and see if we can get one. Now, I think Frankton plays before the holiday break. They have another game.
They play Wapahani.
And which is another big battle for them. Yeah, because they were packing this gym for the sectional and going at each other. So that'll be another big one. But nobody's looking past each other tonight. So I would say when we get into this and we start looking at keys for Oak Hill coming into Frankton, what are a couple keys that you would want them, if you're sitting as the coach, some things they need to do?
If I'm Oak Hill, I want to dictate the tempo of the game. I want to play fast. I want to get the ball off the floor. And I'm going to make life miserable for the guards on Frankton if I'm Oak Hill. And it's as simple as that, really, for them. They've got plenty of weapons, so that's not going to be a problem. It's just a matter of whose style is going to get to kind of will through this game. And
if you're Frankton, then, what are your keys to combat that, or maybe go at them and set? Do you want it to be a different pace? How do you want that to go when it's keys-wise?
Handle the pressure, which it's hard to simulate pressure in practice. You really can't do it. So you're going to have to take the punch early if you're Frankton. You're going to have to handle the pressure. When you get the ball into situations that you have good shots, you need to shoot with confidence and play with confidence. But you're going to have to just take care of the basketball. It's not always with the dribble. It's not always put your head down and get somewhere. Sometimes you just got to move the ball. Remember, pass fakes work against ball pressure. Back cuts work against ball pressure. Back screens work against ball pressure. So you just got to really take care of the basketball, really, if you're Frankton, and you want to use your strengths. The other thing I would say, Frankton wants to win the board rebounding battle. If they can get more offensive rebounds, that gives you a whole extra opportunity. So you got big guys, use them by crashing the boards.
About 4 minutes to go. There you go. The great insight from Coach Mack. And you're listening to or watching a great CIC matchup here on the Next Play Sports Network. We want to thank American Pest Professionals for bringing you the pregame show. We're just moments away from a great one here, but it gives us just a little bit of time to also give you a little glimpse into what we're doing over the holiday. And, Coach, we're going to be right here bringing championship games from what would be one of the biggest holiday tournaments in this East Central Indiana. Tell us a little bit about that.
It may be. It's a new holiday tournament that Elwood, Alexandria, and Frankton are kind of working together, and there'll be different sites, but all the championship games will be played here in, I think that's a Saturday on January 3rd that we'll be here, and we're going to do three championship games. There'll be a 4 o'clock game, a 6 o'clock game, and an 8 o'clock game, and we're going to bring all three of those championship games here. We're happy to be able to do that. I think it's a really neat tournament that they're trying to do. We were talking to some other coaches about it. They were excited about the opportunity to play some teams you don't normally see or know anything about. I think that's always a lot of fun. You know, sometimes when you're a coach and you go out and you're like, okay, we got to play this team. We got to play Frankton tonight, or we got to play Oak Hill. You're halfway beat before you show up because of the name across the chest.
Right.
But some of these teams you don't know any better, so you just go out there and play. You make adjustments as you go. You'll have some scouting that coaches will do, but when it's a tournament, there's a quick turnaround. And so you just kind of have to play, and you have to make adjustments on the wing. So it'll be a lot of fun to be here. I know we're all excited to be here and do those games, and looking forward to that opportunity.
It's going to be a great opportunity. Again, you can catch those championship games right here on the Next Play Sports Network. We're excited to bring them to you. Once again, want to thank American Pest Professionals for being the pregame sponsor for us. If you've got any pest control needs, reach out to American Pest Professionals. They've got everything you need since 1936. Also, as you look at the top of or on your screen, I think it was might be on right now, but you have my email above there. If you know anybody that would like to be a sponsor of the Next Play Sports Network and get some plugs in for their advertisement while they're watching some of the best Indiana high school football and basketball across the state, just reach out to me at kmealy25@gmail.com, and I will get in contact with you or whoever it is that would like to be a sponsor. They are affordable, and they reach a lot of people across East Central Indiana. About 1:20 to go, Coach, and this is an exciting one to just get ready for. Oak Hill versus Frankton, good CIC battle here in Frankton, and I don't know about you, but I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I am too, and I was going to just piggyback on what you said. When you're on watching this game tonight, hit that subscribe because we are going to be all over the place. It seems like we've had a few games that weather have chased us off of, and we're going to try to get back to. But one of the things that we want to do is hear from you guys, so jump in the chat. And if you do, tell us, hey, come to our school and talk to your AD about trying to get us there. So we're happy to be here tonight, and we're happy to be back here on January 3rd. But we will travel.
Yeah, we will. And we are about 40 seconds away from what will be the national anthem and starting lineups. So we will, we're going to take a quick audio break, and then we'll be back with you on the air audio-wise after the national anthem. We are back here and ready to go after the national anthem. We're going to get starting lineup, starting with the Oak Hill Golden Eagles and then the Frankton Eagles.
Battle of Eagles tonight here.
It is.
What's the difference between a golden eagle and I guess golden, huh?
Yeah, one's golden.
Yeah.
I think you answered your own question.
I did.
Have you ever seen a golden eagle?
I don't know. I guess not.
Well,
I
we can always.
I'd like to catch one with the price of gold right now.
Yeah. Still wouldn't buy you groceries.
Well.
And there you have it. There's the starting lineups. And we're getting ready to tip this one off. We want to remind you that tonight's action is driven by Huggins Auto Sales and Service in Hartford City. From reliable used cars to expert repairs, Huggins keeps you on the road with confidence. Visit HugginsShowroom.com today. And it looks like it will be for Oak Hill. It's number 21, Luke Elzinger. Number 15, Jay Stonick. Number 5, Will Tonigal. Number 11, R.J. Schugert. And
number 13,
Jaden Youngs. And for Frankton, it's number 2, Ethan Stansberry. Number 14, Blake Nickham. Number 23, Noah Melvin. Number 24, Trey Bennett. Number 31, Ashton Brobston. It's that time, Coach. Nothing better than tip-off an Indiana high school basketball game.
Here we go.
And the Eagles, Frankton Eagles that is, control the tip.
See what happens. Here's some of that pressure.
And they are up, definitely getting up and getting after it. Really shutting off the passing lanes right now, too.
There's a 5-second count to start the game. Coach Brobston's already working for that hand check. He wants the guard play to be cleaned up. He doesn't want any hand checking. If you're Coach Renbarger, you want it to play just like it happened right there.
Yes. And now here are the Golden Eagles with it for their first possession.
Both teams you could tell are well coached because no one was fooled by that set. The offensive sets are
this
talking
is a three on
through.
the way, and it is good. That's number 13, Jaden Younts, with the first three.
Comes some pressure and token pressure on the way, and then the closer you get to half court, the more they pick you up and get into you. Handoffs and ball screens are hard to guard when you're really pressuring somebody.
They are doubling down in the post as well.
Yeah, they're really getting after it defensively.
Frankton trying to work through their set here. They're nice back cut, but great defense again. And
got a timeout here.
It will be a 30-second timeout for Frankton. We'll stay with you as we go to that timeout. If you'd like to say hello in the chat, feel free to do so in the Dowling Dumpster Rentals chat. We want to thank Dowling Dumpster Rentals for being our chat sponsor of the game. It looks like we have several of you tuning in right now. Feel free to say hello, and we'll try to check that as much as we can. So
we talked about ball pressure, and right there you saw a good piece of it from Oak Hill. They're really getting into you. Well, we also talked about if you're Frankton, you got to take that first punch, and I don't think Coach Brobston was real happy about the way they were catching the ball, kind of back on their heels a little bit. You got to make them pay if they're going to get into you. You got to drive it hard at an outside shoulder. You've got a back cut. You got to come off those handoffs and those screens. I like the handoff action they're getting. Oak Hill's just doing a really nice job of getting through and making that, like you said, doubling down anytime the ball gets into the paint. See what adjustments they make here. We're going to have somebody else handle the ball every once in a while.
And here comes the Frankton Eagles trying to get into their set. Nice inside. Tried to get a seal and scores it.
I was going to say, he's going to have to look to score inside the paint there. It's definitely where Frankton's advantage is.
And Trey Bennett makes it a 3-2 ball game as he did a nice job of pinning the Oak Hill defender down inside to get that. Both teams do a little bit of that high weave, and then they get into their sets.
Doing the high weave, what you're doing is looking to get somebody off balance and beat them to a spot and then get an open shot like that.
And there's a big-time three-pointer, and that's the second three of the ball game. That was Jace Tonigal, and it's a 6-2 lead for Oak Hill. Trying to move the ball and reverse it as much as possible to make that defense move.
They don't get right into the passing lanes, Oak Hill, but they get just far enough that you're uncomfortable. Now, if you pick it up, they're going to get in the passing lanes.
There isn't a guy taking a moment off on defense for Oak Hill. They are all together on this.
There's a good back cut.
And that one might be thrown away, and it is. Turnover by Frankton.
Nice back cut, but you got to make the pass there.
Coach, I have an update.
All
According to Google, a golden eagle eats mammals like squirrels, rabbits, and sheep, while bald eagles only eat fish.
Okay.
And there you go. That is your free education brought to you by Mrs. Producer. You also have a fan in the chat that said, "Hi, Uncle John."
Hey, all right. I'll take it. That's got to be my niece. My nephew played here at Oak Hill and school's all-time leading scorer.
And another three-pointer. That's three straight to start the game. That one by Will Tonigal. Three different Golden Eagles with a three-pointer to give them a 9-2 lead. If they shoot it like that, Coach, how many teams did you ever want to shoot it like that? And Keon wanted them to shoot it like that.
Shoot layups like that. The little threes. There's a back cut that's open. You got to have to take advantage. Yeah, you got to finish.
Just missed that one with nice pressure again.
Here comes Oak Hill right away.
Looking to swing it. They do into the corner. And that one did not go in.
Yeah, they finally missed one.
And then the other way comes Frankton, and they're quick to shoot. Rebound inside. That is Nickham. And it's thrown away. Blake Nickham came off the bench last time we were here. He was one of your favorites.
Yeah, and coach is telling him, shoot it. We're going to work it around the whole outside perimeter to try to get the ball right there.
Do you know what I never heard from a coach?
You never heard shoot it.
Yeah, I never heard shoot it.
You didn't, no.
I usually heard
if you
the horn once I shot it, which meant I was being subbed out. These are two really well-coached teams, and they're fundamentally sound teams. Nice shot fake. Just off.
It's amazing how those shot fakes will work.
Everybody goes for it.
Just pushing them just a step further than they want to be. That's a tribute to the defense.
And Robson with a 3 on the way, and it's off. Nice rebound inside and scored by Noah Melvin.
I think that's where Frankton's going to have to really try to take advantage of hitting the boards. There's a nice cut.
One more. They're always, I'll say that about Oak Hill. They're always looking one more.
They have not forced, I think maybe one shot they forced so far.
And that is R.J.
Shugart.
And he is now the 4th different scorer for the Golden Eagles. The pace of the game, the defense, I don't know if I could have played a minute and a half in a game like this.
Yeah, you're tired just watching.
I am.
He had the spin move there, but he picked the ball up.
I was tired after the second piece of pizza.
You made me go get it for you.
I was breathing hard.
A foul on the hand check. Coach Robson's been calling for that one.
Yeah.
He got it.
He got it, and he told him, back off. I got it. Into the game now for Oak Hill is number 33, Landon Cruzen, and number 23, Landon Watts. It's the Landon change. And number 3 in for Frankton, that is Eli Birch.
Give another ball handler this way.
Quick into almost kind of fake that, and they're going to get a foul there on number.
I like that slip right there on the, almost like a fake screen, slip off of that.
Luke Elzinga with his first foul. What they got now?
I don't know how that's not shooting, but they're going to say it was on the floor. Coach Robson's okay with it, so he's calling a wide set here. He's going to give a different look. Be a screen and then a back screen for a lob. Not open though.
Great defense. It's something you can say all night long right now with Oak Hill. Just really solid defense. And I was going to say they're in trouble there. If you pick it up, you mentioned it earlier, Coach, you pick up your dribble and you're in trouble.
Yeah, keep your dribble. Don't put it on the floor right away.
There's a nice slip again.
Right.
Should be a foul, and it is. It's going to be on the ground, I believe.
Well, as you can see, what's open right now, if you're Frankton, it's the slip. It's what that means is anytime the two players are coming together, that dive to the basket has been open for Frankton. They just have had a hard time getting the ball there because of the pressure. But
that's his second foul on Elzinga, so he'll be making his way to the bench early.
There's another nice slip.
Nice play there.
Back reverse layup there.
A little bit of sauce on that by Trey Bennett. And he's got 4 tonight. Wasn't expecting that little
back reverse layup there.
Reverse layup there.
Don't see that much anymore. Hard cuts. Frankton's doing a nice job themselves on defense. They just, Oak Hill makes the extra pass.
My goodness.
As soon as you ask for help, they make that extra pass.
R.J. Shugart again with his first 3. That's 4 different players with a three-pointer in the first quarter. And they are shooting really well right now. Not looking to shoot from the outside. There's too many of Frankton there. Here's a sub coming back in for Oak Hill's number 15, and that is Jace Tonigal. Jace Tonigal also leads the team with 4.3 assists per game. Well, I want to say a big shout out to the Lake House. Brian Lake watching tonight.
Pushing transition and a nice left-hand layup finish there.
Finished there by number 33. That's Landon Cruzen. He has his first bucket of the game.
There's no stopping the pressure.
I mean, just really good. And, you know, defense is not one of those things that doesn't take a ton of talent. It just takes a lot of effort.
Oh, he should have kept going there.
Robson.
Okay.
Got it.
Well, why shoot for 2 when you can have 3?
And right back down the other way quickly are the Golden Eagles. You know, it's hard to believe, but you look at Ashton Brobson and you can't imagine just a year ago he was playing 8th grade basketball.
Yeah, he's a big kid, and he's going to continue to get better. We talked about that last time we had him. He's got a lot of skill. He'll put on that strength as the years go on and continue to get better.
Well, at his size, he probably eats as much as he wants, and it just
so do
his
I.
age. Yeah, your frame was that way at one time, but I don't know that it is anymore.
Oh, I thought we were just talking about people that eat as much as they want.
There's a time in our life where we have to stop.
Frankton's going to try.
Look at that pressure.
They're going to try to get the last shot here, but boy, Oak Hill's making it rough.
And that one is a turnover straight into the hands of the Oak Hill Golden Eagles.
Right
nice
to the
take
rim.
to the basket. They got a call on the floor. That's going to be on Brobson. Surprisingly, that is, I believe, the
Eagles' first foul.
First foul.
See what Oak Hill can get off here in 4 seconds, as much as they're going to get a good shot. Look,
and he drilled it.
And that's Yeltsin with a big shot at the
that's
buzzer.
His second 3, folks. That's 5 3-pointers in the first quarter for the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. That's one heck of a quarter. It's 19-9. You're watching IHSA varsity basketball, and we'll be right back on the Next Play Sports Network. Welcome back here at Frankton High School. Want to say hello to Chris and Kim Franks. They're cheering Trey Bennett and the Frankton Eagles on tonight. We enjoy having you here in the stream and in the chat. And it's 19-9, but I'll be honest with you, I thought Frankton had a couple of shots that didn't go, but I thought they played really well trying to keep up with Oak Hill, but Oak Hill's pressure is just really impressive.
Well, I'll tell you what it was a clinic on making the extra pass.
Yes, it was.
Watching Oak Hill. Here comes Frankton out in the zone. See if they can get them out of rhythm a little bit. Nice step through.
Ooh,
tip away.
Going to be a nice move, and then he gets it
right back.
Gets it right back. There they are trying to get things set up again against this zone. Really covering the three-point line now with the zone, trying to keep the Eagles from another 5 3-pointers. But here's an open one again, and he nailed it.
They're scoring from all positions.
Jace Tonigal now has 2 3-pointers. That's the 6th 3-pointer in the first half for Oak Hill. Robson with it, trying to find. There's Nickham to the hole, and Nickham scores quick. And Coach, I can see why you like Blake Nickham.
Yeah, nice rip. Got there in 2 dribbles and used that reverse layup we just talked about. A little 1-3-1 here action.
Yeah, I think they're trying to extend this, try to get them out of their comfort of shooting. Because right now, if they get their feet set under them, most of them are going in.
They're not trapping out of it. Sometimes people will trap out of 1-3-1. This is more just containment. It's going to be a jump ball.
It is going to be a jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to go over to Frankton. There's always one kid in every student section that.
Yeah. Kevin Loudon.
Yeah.
Proud.
This kid sounds like the bully from Christmas Story.
Oh, we should have shot that one. You take it in, you get that close. If feet touch the paint, you turn into a shooter.
Look at that. That's a lot. Coach Brobson wants that contact, and
you get a blocking foul right
gets
there.
A blocking foul.
You know, Landon Watts, probably his first foul, but they just are not going to stop pressuring the ball.
He'd be fun to hang out with. The way he's fun at parties. That is a lot of physical play, but I tell you what, the Frankton Eagles are doing a little bit better job of handling it here. Blake Nickham is really attacking more.
He's finding that baseline drive open. Found something that worked for him. Whoever's guarding him, giving him that baseline drive.
They're going to try to do a high ball screen here, which looks like they're just going to switch, which is a benefit for Bennett, and he gets inside, and I think Trey Bennett does a nice job inside as a player. That's his 6th point. So pressed with him the last time we were here.
Staying in this 1-3-1, just extending a little bit more even to make it uncomfortable. You know, it's a corner.
Oh, my goodness.
You might, if you're just watching and you're like, boy, that name sounds familiar, you probably remember he was at Eastbrook last year and he was their best player, and now he's come over here and played really well with a group of guards.
Yeah, here's Donegal with it. Nice pass, but broken up by Nickham, and it's an extra step there.
Good hustle play there to get himself back into it. Nickham, he just couldn't stop.
See why you're fond of him, Coach.
Yeah. Those role players, those guys that just give you everything they have.
How many teams did you have that hit 7 3-pointers in the first half?
I don't know if I had a couple teams that didn't hit 7 all season.
Well, there's 8. That's RJ. Sugar, no disrespect to those kids. We love them. We love them. Great kids. Just couldn't shoot to save their life.
They know it. Yeah. Lots and lots of shooters on my teams. Just didn't have any makers.
That one knocked away the defense again, just swarming by Oak Hill. 28-13, 4:37 to go, and it has been the Golden Eagles have only made 2 field goals inside a 3-point.
Little box set. This will be a pin down if they can get it in. They're going to have to just get out of it.
Really close on that 5-second call there.
Don't want to pick it up. Look how far they make them extend their offense.
Yeah.
They're almost the half court trying to run their offensive sets. Usually want to be right about a step off the 3-point line. And Oak Hill just pressuring those passes that you have to catch it just a little bit further.
There just aren't a lot of teams anymore that can put 5 guys out there playing that hard defensively.
Well, it's a mentality. You've got to find 5 kids that want to play that hard.
That's true. What we got going on? Oh, got to fix the lanyard on the whistle.
Yeah. Got to look good.
It's the breakaway. You know, some guys hold it.
Yeah.
I think it's like an NBA college thing. Supposed to slow your whistle down. Be patient.
Okay.
I don't know. Just what I heard.
Back cut through. Just look at all the movement there on offense. Stay here. It was deflected off.
Yeah, I know you were getting into that. They had the nobody's standing.
Nobody's standing. Everybody's moving. That means nobody's allowed to be lazy on offense. That means the defense has to work.
That makes sense.
If they don't, you're going to get a great shot.
That makes sense. So if I move, the guy guarding me has to move too, huh?
We're back to man here. Coach is going back to man.
Ooh. Blake Nickham, he's making some stuff happen. And now they're going to get, I believe, Donegal, number 15, with a hold, maybe a hand check. Yeah, it's 15, and it is illegal contact is the call.
to stack it here. Well, not quite a stack. They're going to go an offset box here at the half court.
Ooh, not a good place to
Going
pick
the
it
wrong
up.
way.
No, we're going closer to us, and that's the other wrong way. They're going to get a 10 count if they don't get that thing across there. Now we got to move. See, the difference is right now the
lob is open there, but you can't get it to him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's telling him to. Coach Robson wants him, hey, when he picks that ball up, they're getting into him so much. But on that one, I think that one was probably just pretty good defense.
Yeah. But
you
got to fight for your guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to fight for your guys.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Let's see what they run here. They got to call set play out.
There's a couple of people watching from the Orlando airport.
Okay. Nice drive.
Look at that.
Layup. We've seen more reverse layups here tonight than I think I've seen in a couple years.
Well, they didn't have a reverse layup when you played.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they did?
Here comes transition again. There, a call.
And they got a foul call here. They got a foul call.
Yes.
That's going to be on number 23. That's Melvin. He'll send him to the line to shoot 2. And at the line is number 5, Will Tonigal. It's a familiar name.
Yes, if you're around this area, you know that name. You know Dad's the coach at Indiana Wesleyan.
They've had some success.
They've had some success, and anytime you're a coach's son, you're expected to be able to step up and those free throws and be an extension of your coach onto the floor.
Well, we hope those 2 young ladies that are at the airport are home soon for Christmas.
They're going to be, because somebody that's talking right now is probably going to end up picking them up here in a
Got to be
couple
down
hours. A lot of excitement. Get the 10 count there on the ball pressure.
And it is some impressive pressure. I don't know if I've seen this type of strong defense in quite a while.
Just took a changed pivot feet. Didn't like the call, but he picked his foot up and then didn't make the pass.
Eli Birch headed back into the game. He's going to give Melvin a break.
He's also going to give Robson a break, but have to beat this pressure, not bring the ball up.
It's 32-13 now is the lead with just about 2.5 minutes, just under 2.5 minutes. Ooh, Bennett just slid just a little bit. He wanted to make that pass, and the Oak Hill defender just cut that off right as he wanted to throw it, causing the travel.
It's nothing comfortable.
Our accommodations are comfortable. I would say that. I like being right here on the stage. So they switch the screen. Frankton does.
It's a tough matchup.
And that is a tough shot. And Nickham with the rebound. Blake Nickham does a little bit of everything.
Got the mismatch inside again if they can get it there. Good help side defense there on the backside. They're going to get the hand check again. Too much body, too much arm on the drive.
Here's Frankton with it. After the foul call, only the 3rd foul.
It's a good catch, because that
nice
was a
job
tough pass.
inside by Trey Bennett. Bennett leading all scorers for Frankton with 8 in the first half.
Oh, nice read. Oh.
Nickham did a nice job. Ooh.
I call that on Oak Hill after the tip and steal.
Trying to sort things out at the spot.
They got it figured out. The officials had to talk each other through that one.
Always do a great job. Always been a big fan.
You always have to.
I've gained a whole new appreciation. I can be the first to say I was one of the biggest critics, but when you have to go do it.
Yeah, there's that back cut again. Just a lot of help.
They are everywhere, everywhere. I didn't see this.
I'll call a hand. I may save them 2 points, though, actually.
Yeah, nickel dimer. That is on number 2, and that's Ethan Stansberry.
This has been a great game over the years. Always a tough battle when these teams get together.
And now
they
finally missed one. They are human. The Golden Eagles. 43 seconds to go here. I mean, the percentage would tell you at some point they're going to have to miss one, but they're going to get a legal screen on Nickham. Blake Nickham with the illegal screen, and he knew it. Kind of gave the old knee.
Sometimes that's as much on the guy coming off the screen, too, as it is the
go
screener.
tight.
You got to come right off those screens. If you don't, then it looks worse than it is. I don't know that it was a terrible, but it looked bad.
Yeah. Kind of like me in a turtleneck.
That looks bad.
Not terrible, but.
Well, when you wear it with shorts like you do, it doesn't look good. 12 seconds to go here.
They got a wide open shot. And a great pass to another wide open shot. And it's off. 32-15 in what was a frenzy of three-pointers there in the first half by the Golden Eagles. That's how we'll leave it. 32-15, Oak Hill leads. We'll be back after an extended audio break here on the Next Play Sports Network. Nice inside,
He's
tried to
got
get
score.
a seal and scores it.
I was going to say, he's going to have to look to score inside the paint there. It's definitely where Frankton's advantage is.
That's
Doing the high weave, what you're doing is looking to get somebody off balance and beat him to a spot and then get an open shot like that.
And
I'll take it. That's got to be my niece. My nephew played here at Oak Hill and school's all-time leading scorer.
and another three-pointer. That's
Step further than they want to be. That's a tribute to the defense.
And welcome back. We're just about under 2 minutes before the second half gets started. It's been a frenzied quick one here, but let's talk a little bit about the scoring. We'll start with the Frankton Eagles in the first half. Blake Nickham had 2. Noah Melvin had 2. Trey Bennett had 8. And Ashton Brobson had 3. That's all unofficial, of course. And then as we flip over to the Oak Hill Golden Eagles, 5 points for Will Tonigal. R.J. Sugart has 10. Jaden Yance has 9. Jace Tonigal has 6. And Landon Cruzen has 2. And that's the scoring for both teams in the first half. Coach, this is one where if you're Oak Hill, you just want to keep doing what you're doing. I mean, whatever it is, keep doing it.
Yeah.
But if you're Frankton, you really probably, you know Coach Brobson, he probably wanted to challenge the team a little bit on, number one, let's have some pride. Get out here. Don't get back on your heels. Don't let this pressure bother you. You used to always say it best. Listen, they won't get them guard you. Make a move.
Yeah.
Get around them.
Yeah, you got to make them pay. I think probably the first thing Coach Brobson said is everybody take a deep breath.
Yeah.
We felt nothing but pressure that whole first time. And then calm down a little bit, and then maybe get on them a little bit about, hey, I told you the pressure is going to be there. What are we going to do when we get this kind of pressure? Well, again, easier said than done, but things you want to do is you want to back cut. You want to come off your screens even that much tighter. You want to make sure that you are not playing lazy at all. I noticed one time when they were making cuts on their back cuts, one more step would give them more room on the back cut. So if you take that, they're almost rushing their back cuts.
Yeah.
Take another step all the way to the three-point line or maybe even behind the three-point line and then make your hard back cut.
Right.
Gives you more room for separation. So it's just a lot of things little things that here and there. But if you're Oak Hill, like you said, you don't want to – worst thing that can happen sometime is halftime.
That's right. Great analysis there by Coach Mack. That's why we bring him.
Is it?
Well, kind of. That.
Okay.
Sometimes you have something good to say. Funny. Oak Hill has it, and this is Tonigal with a hard cut. I mean, they just are hard drive and straight in there, but good defense by Trey Bennett.
Yeah, it was a nice block on the drive.
See how the Frankton Eagles can come out and get things started. Nickham with it up top, trying to find Brobson, and it's taken away by Tonigal. Tonigal to the basket, nice pass. And
Sugart making the finish there, but that was all Tonigal on the steal, the drive, drawing 2 defenders.
And that's why he has team lead in assists. Nice little dimes like that. Brobson lets one go, and just a little long.
Crashing
Blake
the boards.
Nickham. And that one is off again. Nickham again with the rebound. That's the 3rd attempt, and it's off. Nickham gets in. They're going to get him on a foul.
That's just a frustration foul. Just got the 2 or 3 times right around the rim. Just couldn't get it to fall. Do everything he could to keep the ball alive and just wanted one more try. And instead, he got a little bit of arm there and fouled.
It was nice to see the Frankton's chief learning officer, Wendy Smedley, at halftime.
Yeah. Came up and filled us in on all things Frankton. Not really, but.
Well, she knows more about curriculum than you and I could ever.
I thought you were going to say me.
You and I combined. Look at that pass.
Nice cut.
Jaden Yance adding to his total. That's his first 2-point basket of the game. He's got 3 threes.
They're just really hard to guard.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen a team move this well in a long time.
I mean, this has got – they're going to be hard-pressed to not challenge for the CIC and challenge for more in the postseason.
Things I really appreciate the way that Oak Hill plays is if your best players are willing to play hard, then everybody's going to play hard. You're not going to take any plays off, because if he can do it, then why? I don't know who their best player is. It's a bunch of them tonight, but it seems like, man, they're all playing as hard as they can on every possession.
I will say this. I've never seen so many officials have to put up the 5 counts. Their arms are going to be tired. That's how much pressure They are. A lot of teams will stay off 6 feet, and not get up. But these guys have to count every time. Oh, that was a lot of contact. Nice back cut. And a heck of a defensive play there.
That's Elzinga.
Luke Elzinga.
I watched his brother play quite a bit when he was playing with my nephew, Landon Beagle. And that's my nephew, not his brother. But
well, that would make sense.
Right.
Some would gather that by the difference in the last name.
Okay.
But I'm glad you explained that for everybody.
A little ball pressure there on the screen.
Just so we can clarify, the Beagles and the Elzingas are not related?
They are not.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I got a little mixed up. Well, now that we got that nugget cleared up, Frankton's going to try to get on the board here.
The back cut.
They wanted to travel, but, oh man, there's some youngsters over there.
Learning from the older.
Look like they've been up at the old coffee shop. Now these guys.
Frankton moving the ball, but they're just.
There's just nothing there, guys. There's just nothing there. They're trying to get it into Trey Bennett, and he's doing
that was a good look.
Everything he can to get it. Now, I'll say this, they're crashing. But every time you get the ball, they're right on you. Even out of a loose ball situation.
Frankton is doing a better job of taking care of the ball. They're going to have to knock some of these open shots down.
I feel bad because there's just nothing there right now. Their defense is so tight. At this point, they're thinking, well, somebody's going to get anxious and just throw one up.
Had a corner there, but nice help.
Looking to get it into Bennett.
They got backside help, though.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to throw it in there.
He wants it, and he's having to work his butt off inside. Great defense. Robson for three, and it's off. And the rebound, and it's tipped away, and a foul then on Elzinga.
I thought.
That's his third.
Yeah, I thought maybe they were going to call that on the rebound. They didn't, and then let it play. It's a tough defensive stand there. Oak Hill had to play defense for quite a while.
Elzinga will go out, and Cruzen will come in. Landon Cruzen, number 33. And now a timeout by Coach Brobson, a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here, pay some bills. The Next Play Sports Network is a proud partner with Property Pros in Muncie. Roofing, siding, remodels, and more property. Pros are your hometown improvement specialists. We'd also like to let you know that tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Young's Title and Abstract, making real estate closings smooth and stress-free across Muncie and Newcastle. And, of course, can't forget the Dowling Dumpster Chat sponsor. Whether it's a weekend cleanup or a major renovation, Dowling has the right dumpster for the job. Fast delivery, easy pickup, and dependable service. Call Dowling Dumpster Rentals today and clear the clutter with confidence. Guess what? Mike Dowling likes your trash.
He does. Coach Bockert out there spent the whole time out talking with one of the officials. Nice talk. It wasn't animated or anything. Both guys sharing their opinions.
Coach Bockert, a former head coach.
Oh, there's a nice cut, nice play.
Yeah, they're going to get.
Coach Robson like to see the N1 there.
They're going to get Cruzen for his third.
So if you looked at Oak Hill and you were looking for the future, and you hit the first one there, you're looking at the future as they go further into the season. You're probably thinking their biggest weakness is that they don't have a lot of size inside.
Yeah.
So games like this are really important for them to learn how to play, to kind of test them. Like right there, you're going to have, we're going to really have to block out. We're going to have to really pressure the ball. And if we're willing to do that, we can have success.
Fouls on number 24, Trey Bennett. Trey's first. Frankton Eagles student section getting into the chanting action. A lot of contact there. We're going to get a foul called.
They let the first one go and then got him on the second one.
A foul is on Beckham Lamb. No, sorry. I had the wrong sheet.
Eli Birch.
Eli Birch. I got to flip it over. Too many Eagles.
Lots of Eagles.
Lots of Eagles. Fly high like an eagle.
Tough shot.
That is a tough shot by Will Tonigal. This game should have been sponsored by the Steve Miller Band.
Fly like an eagle.
Yeah. I knew I could never get that one by you. Tonigal with the steal, and they've left him alone. And
oh, that's a tough shot. If that one goes in, you just run the other way and shake your head.
Well, Jace Tonigal now gets it, throws it, and that one's got a chance, and it's rebounded by Trey Bennett.
Frankton's still moving, trying to post. They're fronting the post, so the backside lob's open, but you can't get it there. Timeout. Got control of it, he said.
Timeout.
Going to give him a timeout.
Oak Hill's a 30-second timeout, so we'll continue to pay bills. This timeout's brought to you by ECI Vending, East Central Indiana's choice for vending solutions in schools, businesses, hospitals, and more. From snacks to drinks, ECI Vending keeps your team fueled and ready to go. I saw that ECI Vending just put a new vending machine in there at the school you work at.
Yep.
Well, that was great.
We sure did.
Have you got anything from there?
I haven't made my way down there yet, but I've heard about it.
I heard they're having, I think it's Fruitopia.
Is it? It's a throwback, huh?
Is that a thing?
I think it used to be.
Fruitopia.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
who didn't like Fruitopia back in the...
Fruitopia and a tab.
Well, Fruitopia had its moment about 1989 to 94.
Yeah.
And then people decided it wasn't good.
That was Kool-Aid.
He stayed on top of the ball there, Tonigal. It's not an illegal.
Nice help side, but
Tonigal
yeah, they moved the
Tonigal.
ball so well.
Moving it, extra pass. My goodness. Jaden Yount says it is fourth three-pointer of the game. And it is 41-16. It has been a tough third quarter for Frankton, only 3 points. Blake Nickham trying to make that 5, but he doesn't quite get that one to go. Here comes Tonigal. Straight into another three.
They must shoot.
I don't know.
A lot of threes at practice.
Either that or whatever he ate and did, I would repeat it every day for game day. Whatever he wore to school. We're going to get fighting through the screen, Will Tonigal.
Yeah, a little bit too much hands on that screen.
Got a little handsy.
And Sugar back in, but they just don't lose. They don't lose that ball pressure.
(44-16). The defense holding a good Frankton team to 16 points deep into the third quarter. It's impressive.
Keep moving the ball around the perimeter. There's a deflection.
It's just the way they play the passing lane, the way they play the ball pressure. It's just as good as I've seen in years.
Well, a lot of years that Coach Renbarger played a matchup zone, and he is not this year. Not with this group.
No need to.
No.
And timeout by the Eagles. It's going to be a full timeout. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back here on the Next Play Sports Network. And we're back. Frankton trying to inbound here. Guess who's watching from Fort Myers?
Goose.
The Goose. 70 degrees and out at the pool. Oh, I hope he has a shirt on.
He doesn't. He's got Speedo on, I guarantee you.
The Goose is loose.
Nice little tack on the pass, unfortunately, because that was going to be an easy bucket.
I think they'd rather take Trey Bennett inside getting a shot there.
Coach Robson's like, why are we calling that now? Got 2 shots now. They're in the bonus, so.
And that one is missed. Foul was on Jace Tonigal.
Sometimes it feels like just nothing's going to go your way. They missed those free. He finally get to the free throw. They would have had a layup. They don't get the layup, so they get 2 free throws. They hit the second one at least, and I just feel like it rains, it pours sometimes. I've been over there for a lot of those games.
I sat there with you too. It's miserable. Years of my life I can't get back. Tonigal has it at the top of the key. 38 seconds to go. Looks like he's just going to let it.
Looks like Frankton's going to let him
dribble it down. I wish somebody. I got to be honest with you. If I had a stun gun, I know what I'd do with it.
See what Oak Hill gets it. Coach will call set. He just called it out. See what they get out of it. It's like cut through, back cut. Here's a double. The back's
nice pass.
Nice play.
That was a nice pass. Well, we're back. Coach took us right into the break with that.
I didn't even know you turned me off. I talked right through the whole break.
Yeah, you did. I just now got him to stop. Here's the fourth quarter. This one's been a quick one. It's only 8:34. So it's 46-17. And we got 8 more to play. And Frankton will inbound, and they've got it to start the fourth quarter. And there's a defensive steal and a foul on Brobston.
A little frustration foul there. On the spin move, they reached around and got the tip. And Brobston fouls him before he can shoot it.
Oak Hill to inbound here. Going for the only option, the old bailout option at the top.
Continuing to move the ball around the perimeter and then take advantage of the drive.
Melvin with the foul.
Didn't need to foul there. He was in good position for the help.
Yeah.
Just need to go straight up on that.
It's going to put Landon Watts at the line. Trying to get his first point in the game. Watts, a 6-foot senior guard. The first one's good. Extending that lead now, 47-17. So there may be a chance that the clock may run even in the fourth quarter. And we've got a timeout here. Let's see, 30-second? Yeah, it's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here with you.
Yeah, that's a quick, you talk about quick games. I know there's one in the area that's over already. I saw the The Westdale Wapahoney game's over.
Really?
Yeah, that one's over.
Who'd have ever thought?
It is going pretty quick here. Still 1 quarter to go, but there's the band.
Coach, you looking to do anything in the home renovation?
I probably could, yeah.
If you would, I'd probably reach out to Property Pros. They make home projects easy. Award-winning service with expert craftsmanship. Property Pros in Muncie. Quality you can trust. Well, this one now is approaching that ever-present 35-point margin. But Frankton's going to do everything they can to make sure it doesn't.
There's another baseline rip. Extra pass.
They're going to get a block on Tonigal, and they're not going to use the continuation rule, which has been added. It isn't.
If they say no shot, it's going to be out of bounds, which it is. Frankton's getting lined up. Nice back screen. And that's going to be 2 shots.
That's going to be on Watts. Landon Watts.
Well, Melvin back to the free throw line here. See if he can knock down these 2 shots.
Excellent shot there by Melvin. Brings it to 48-18. That one used almost everything it could.
Yes.
Didn't go down. Tonigal's got it into the corner. Nice drive. Lost it. Got it.
Must have been tipped away.
Got to take it with you. Oh, it was tipped away. No kill now. Going to run some clock, I think.
Yeah, we'll see. A good time for them to work on a little bit of this. Let's get good. I was going to say let's get great shots.
Maybe they'll just shoot that one. That's 2 hands. Can't do it.
One of those things that Coach Rimbarger probably in a game like this is going to give a little more leeway to some of the little bit quicker shots. But they've taken so many really good shots in this game. They haven't really forced a whole lot of them.
Yeah, 48-18. I mean, I don't think he's going to lose his mind on an errant shot here or there. I'm just amazed they're missing.
Yeah.
Because they weren't in the first half.
So it was Frankton.
Robson had a chance.
There's
nice little
lob.
pass inside to Bennett. Bennett does what he does.
Kind of backed off the ball pressure a little bit, and it shows you that that lob is open.
And they force a turnover. Here comes Jace Tonigal back in the game, taking position for his brother. He tells his brother to sit down. They're not allowed to play with 6. There we go.
Feels like they are sometimes out there.
Yeah, that would be really bad if they did have that opportunity. Well, the Frankton Eagle, there's not a lot to eagle about for him over there. Or her, whatever.
There's that post inside.
We got a hold on 13 before the shot.
I think that's happened 3 times now, and they've scored all 3 of them. They've called it before the shot.
Yeah. It was on Yonts.
Slip, trying to get it.
That's Yonts' first foul of the game. They are just not getting the roll, and it's amazing how many times they get their hand on the ball.
Yeah. Well, that's a big stat for some coaches, deflections, and they do. They get a hand on them just about every pass, every dead ball. It's a mentality to play that way. You have to want to.
There's a quick 3, and it's just short. It's one of the only ones Yonts has missed tonight. Nice little spin move, and that was a tough shot. And they are moving now. Nice pass.
Quick in transition. They run the floor well. Beck and Lamb with the bucket.
No relation to, well, he might be related to David Lamb.
Yeah, you never know.
And some excitement over here by the young Oak Hill fans. Brobston for three, got it. Ashton Brobston with another three. Unofficially, he has been quiet tonight with 6, but when you only have 23, not a lot to have out there.
A hand check.
Into the game now for Oak Hill is number 43. That's Corbin Daly, 6'4" senior. Gets a good crowd favorite. Gets a good ovation as he comes in.
A crowd favorite, doesn't he?
Yeah. They clapped when I left.
Yeah. Clapped when they took you out.
That's when I got standing ovations.
Spacing not quite as good on that pass. 2 defenders there. Still able to get it out of there, but not as good as what the spacing has been. They're going to run a little pick and roll action here and try to get him a shot.
Daly's got it here. He got fouled. They didn't call it.
Drive.
Well, he's in the book.
One.
He's in the book.
Bennett finishes it off on the rebound.
Trey Bennett leads scorer. He's got 12 tonight he's got just about half of the points for the Frankton Eagles. Tell you what, Jay Stonic was fast. They're all fast.
And we're going to get an and one here.
Of course, when you're 45-year-old man who basically runs like he's standing still, they're all fast.
A fast group for the officials to have to keep up with, too.
R.J. Sugart. The Eagle is eagling now.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that's legal. I don't think you're supposed to be on the floor down there doing that.
Well,
it worked.
Hey, why not?
It worked. It's going to be 5 on Nickham.
Nickham's going to send him to the line here. And that is Nickham's 5th foul. He has fouled out of the ballgame. Still the best hair in the gym. Nickham Lamb hits that one. Lamb gets 2, 3:50 to go here, 54-25. Have you gotten any other local updates? Or
no, not yet. I haven't. This game's so far ahead.
From your sources? Robson for 3, and it's just off. Comes Oak Hill with it. Nice drive to the basket there by Sugart.
Sugart there with a drive, but he was pinned down a little bit by the big kid there, Bennett.
And that one off, and here comes Frankton with it. 3 minutes to go in the game. Daly and Bennett are really working hard down inside, they got a hold. That was a good call. Corbin Daly picking up another foul. That was a hold as Bennett was trying to get the pass.
Both teams in the bonus now, so it'd be 5, or it'd be 2 free throws each way after the 5 for fouls.
There's a kid. I say kid, but he's wearing a hockey jersey. Looks like he might be 43. Check his birth certificate.
Still 3 minutes to go, and both teams just want to get out of here now with healthy for the next game.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a point where that one drops in for Will Tonigal. He's had a nice little game. The defensive pressure continues. And another deflection, that one by Will Tonigal. And here comes some more substitutions now. Getting into the game will be number 45, sophomore Josh Clark.
Nice slip. Not able to finish, but nice
Clark
slip
gets
there.
in there and gets a foul. Bennett will go to the line again. Coach, your weekend plans and some family activities?
Yep. Going to the airport. Just found out they were delayed again, so.
Well, that's good for you.
Yeah, so it'll be a late night for me. And then family Christmas, my wife's side tomorrow, and the Indianapolis Symphony.
On the prairie?
Not on the prairie this time. This one will be inside.
Be a little cold.
It would be.
All holiday music?
All holiday, yeah. It's a great time. Been going for years. 20-something years in a row.
I've known you for a long time. You've always, Brobston for 3, you've always come across as a very cultured symphony type of guy.
Of course. Some young guys in here playing now for Oak Hill. There's a nice back cut.
Return to sender. Bennett says, not today, young sophomore.
Still trying to run their offense. Working on next game. It doesn't get any easier for Frankton. They have Wapahani next. Who, as we mentioned earlier, got a win tonight at Westville. So Wapahani will come in here in a couple of days.
Wapahani won tonight?
They did, yes.
Big MEC win. On the road, those are tough. Bennett with the steal. Took it right away from Clark. He's Robson.
Threw the ball away here. We're going to get
Corbin Daly's going to enter back in, and Landon Watts is going to sit down.
trying to run offense. Here's Oak Hill.
Crowd wants someone in particular, but they always do. Robson trying to work the steal here.
Off of the foot of Oak Hill, so that'll be a turnover and back to Frankton. Out of bounds. So
still hustling.
Here.
Some of the young guys getting in. They're diving on the floor. Where are we going to be next, Coach? The tournament?
Yeah, we're going to be here in January 3rd for this holiday tournament.
That'll be fantastic. Great opportunity for you to see a lot of good teams, so tune in on the Next Play Sports Network. And that's how this one will end, 56-32. Big road win, CIC win for the Oak Hill Golden Eagles here in Frankton. And we will be right back with the postgame show here on the Next Play Sports Network. And we are back here with the post game. This one can be summed up pretty easily, Coach, and that would just be pressure, pressure, pressure. And that was from the tip all the way through. Oak Hill dominated with their defensive pressure.
Yeah, I felt like their ball pressure from the very start of the game, and it never stopped till the end of the game was the difference. They just don't make anything easy. They don't let any passes easy, don't let any drives easy. They couldn't even get to the lob that they wanted to get to because of the ball pressure, let alone the backside help that they had built in. So it's just sometimes you got to tip your hat to the other team, and they just played really hard, and I thought that they deserved to win, obviously, but I thought that they were a lot of fun to watch, to be honest with you. I wouldn't want to play against that team.
No.
I wouldn't want to coach against that team, but to just come watch that team, a lot of fun to watch.
So I'm going through some unofficials right now. Almost got it done for Oak Hill. And again, unofficial scoring. Cruzen, number 33 with 4. Landon Watts had 2. It looks like Jay Stonigal had 6. Jaden Younce had 17. R.J. Shugart had 14. Will Tonigal had 9. Beckham Lamb had 4. For Frankton, Blake Nickham had 2. Noah Melvin had 4. Trey Bennett had 14. Ashton Brobson had 9. Those are all unofficial, but that is the scoring for this one. So down the road, the Frankton Eagles now have another test on their hands as Wapahani comes to town, if I'm correct, here at Frankton.
They do.
And that is on the 23rd.
23rd that they'll come to town. It's going to be here again, but it's not going to be an easy game. And some people will look at Wapahani's record and say, well, they must be down a little bit this year. They had a tough start. They played Muncie Central, Pendleton Heights, some good teams. So
yes,
they're like 2-3 right now, but I would not underestimate them at all.
Yeah, and they came off a win tonight against Westdale. So they will be in town to take on. That's always a good rivalry game, as we mentioned. They go back in their sectional battles together, and so that would be a good one. If you, we will not be streaming that one, but if you want to look out, there will be. We've been joined by 3 other media groups here tonight. So this was a big one that was put on the radio and streamed out and covered. So it just tells you how much the eyes were on Oak Hill and Frankton tonight.
Oak Hill turns right around, and they are now 5-0, as you mentioned, but they will turn around and play on the 23rd also. They're going to travel to Maconaquah to play. They'll play that game, and then they turn around, and as you know, they have the Grant 4 tournament, which is always over Christmas break. So they drew Miss Centerwall, so they'll play in the Grant 4 tournament, and that's on the 27th. So those are what's coming up for Oak Hill. As I would say, they definitely have to be the favorite this year and going into that Grant County tournament.
Absolutely. We want to thank all of you that tuned in tonight, and we always appreciate if you just hit that subscribe button. That way you can catch any of the high school basketball games that will be streamed. You'll get a notification when we go live. We'll be covering a lot of East Central Indiana games, and we'll be back here at Frankton.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, we'll be back here for the tournament, the 3 championship games of the tournament. I want to thank our sponsors, Huggins Auto Sales, American Pest Professionals, Property Pros of Muncie, Young's Title and Abstract, ECI Vending, Dowling Dumpster Rentals, and just Dowling Logistics overall. Coach, was always a joy. Mr. Producer, Mr. Roma, I want to thank him for what he did tonight to bring you getting here early to set up and do all the work. For all of you that were in the chat, we appreciate you. Catch us next time, which will be the big tournament right here from Frankton. We'll be doing the 3 championship games of that large tournament, holiday tournament here in Frankton at the Nest. And for all of us here at Next Play Sports Network, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday, Happy New Year, and we'll see you in the new year bringing you that tournament here from Frankton. You're watching Next Play Sports Network. Tune in next time.